kept you where you belong.
What's up?
No matter how many gods fall, there will always
We need a little
be
pump
another to
song.
stand against you.
Bitcoin saw me go live. Immediate red candle.
This means the death of us all.
I was so excited to use the clickbait title in our thumbnail.
Should have kept you where you belong. No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you.
They will fall as well.
The death of Olympus means the death of us all.
Then prepare for your death, Poseidon. You challenge me, mortal? Olympus? You have disrespected the gods for the last time, Kratos. You will leave nothing of you in my wake. A true warrior does not hide.
Interesting. Little silvery death cross on the monthly last month. I didn't even catch that.
Face me.
Leave the sea and face me.
Greatness of Olympus.
What up, guys? I played the pump song hoping we'd get a pump. So, as you know, in just a few hours, it is 12:30. At 4 o'clock, we'll have Chair Powell live. What a day for him to go live, let's be real. Let's be real, what a day for it. Let me turn this down just a little bit. We have Chair Powell live in 4 hours. You'll be directed to that after this live stream. But I saw Bitcoin being spicy, and I really wanted to use the clickbait thumbnail that I made because it's terrible.
It's all about humanity.
So I went live, hit the basically live button right here. We were $7-ish below the recent high. 35.1, 57. We hit actually we hit it. Wow, we got closer than I thought. 31.43. And then you can see in real time when I went live right here. So we pulled back. I really wanted it to just be like a breakout stream. Didn't work out as the charts, they tend to do. They don't really work out the way we want. Let me turn these twos back down. There we go. Sorry about that. We got it. So we'll be live again today. So this isn't going to be like a 2-hour stream unless Bitcoin breaks out. Things are looking great. I was just doing a little analysis, kind of in my own head while that song was playing. Something interesting right here at 28.4. That is where our 200 weekly is, 200 daily. We've been talking about this price a lot, but on the weekly, I actually really find this interesting. I didn't notice this. At the exact same spot, we have the 20, 100, and 200 week. And what's interesting is the 100 week is crossing bearishly right here on this weekly candle. The 20 looks like it crossed bullishly basically in between this week and last week. That's an interesting setup. Now, it doesn't give us much new or different information than we had. I'm of the same opinion I was, yesterday. We just need to hold the 200 week. That's it. 28.4, 28.5 around this level. Those other moving averages sitting there definitely increasing my confidence in that. And actually, we did speculate about this little thing down here, and it is happening. The 5,200, the first golden cross on the week ever for Bitcoin is coming. Originally, it was looking very far out, but while we were back here in October, I said, there's one caveat. This is going to take a long time unless we see Bitcoin run past the 200. And I said, preferably break the highs, move towards 48K. That will then pull the 50 back up. The 50 will start trending higher faster. And we can already see that here with this weekly candle. And that's going to, even if it sells back off, that's going to move that cross closer. This is going to be the first ever Bitcoin golden cross on the week. Ever. That's looking depending. So I'll actually I'll give it kind of the more time. I'll give it the longer estimation. 25th of December. This was originally like halfway through next year. Just with these last two weekly candles, we're already seeing that rapidly approach. And what's pretty cool is that just sitting right here, if Bitcoin doesn't actually go up or down for the rest of the year, that cross looks to happen this year. If we continue to see upside and Bitcoin runs up to the 48K mark, kind of where I've been looking for all year, 48, 46, just in that zone, that cross may happen even earlier. So that's something to keep an eye on. I will say, as I always do, keeping it unbiased and objective, we had our first ever bear or death cross in February of this year, and it did nothing. Realistically, it did nothing. The low had already been in. Price rallied to the cross. So we could extrapolate out and say maybe the golden cross price will come back to meet it in price. That could be possible. That price probably about 30K at that point by the time that happens. We could say, no, Tom, it's just crazy bullish. I'm going to the moon, and I would love that. I don't know. But that's really interesting. I like that it moved up into this year when it was maybe halfway through next year when we first looked at it all the way kind of back here in August. It's just cool stuff. Kind of just chart nerd stuff. And I'll have, I don't know, a signal or a trade for you based on that. But it is pretty spicy. Let me see. Daily, we looked at this and pointed this out, I believe, probably last week-ish. We had a death cross. I tweeted about this, by the way. We had a death cross in September. And that death cross on the day marked the low of September. Literally on the same day, Bitcoin broke its price range right as that golden cross happened. Price moved back up, retook the 200, and now we are looking for, again, a golden cross on the day, which is interesting because the golden cross here on the day likely going to happen very soon, actually, without kind of a crazy sell-off event, like if Bitcoin falls all the way back to 30.4, this will still very quickly cross bullishly with the 200. If it fell all the way down to 27.5, then there is a possibility they don't cross. But as long as we're above the as long as we're above the 200 day at 28K, this golden cross is looking super imminent. Let's see. Oh, by the end of October. By the end of this month, so within like a week. Let me see, like right around here, we'll say golden cross daily. Bottom. There we go. Interesting. End of this month, golden cross day. Probably end of December without a move to 48K. Of course, if pretty much every percent we move up, this becomes closer and closer and closer. So the faster we move up and the higher we move, that will become closer and closer. So the golden cross on the day this month before the end of the year, looking like the week. Interesting setup, right? Considering how bearish everyone was in September, even back in June, and of course even in March, nothing bearish has really happened this year, has it? Not on the chart. People always say, oh, it's the fundamentals. Well, the chart apparently knows the fundamentals. I don't know. But that is a pretty powerful setup on the day, and I like it. I like it. Let's go down to the low time frames because that's all I wanted to do there. That's it. That's it. If you could, Bitcoin, please go back up. I'll play the pump song again if you need. Go back up. Break 35.1 because I don't want this clickbait. I don't want this clickbait title and thumbnail to go to waste, and they're definitely going to go to waste if we don't get a higher high here. Not that the rally's over, but then this video really won't be about Bitcoin mooning. It'll just be about Bitcoin already have mooning. More like Bitcoin just orbiting. Bummer. Damn, the timing is impeccable, guys. I think that someone out there could write a bot that trades based on when I go live. I don't know the sauce behind what they would do there, but like whatever is happening, if I go live, end the position. Just close it. Then as soon as I end the stream, open a new position. That could be a pretty successful bot, actually. There we go. We got 350 viewing now. We're going to have over 1,000 in a few hours for Chair Powell. It's about 3.5 hours away. We'll get there. What's up, loading name? What's up, Monkey? Tito Gaines, cybersecurity, orbiting. Yeah, Bitcoin. Maybe I'll change it to Bitcoin orbiting. No one ever says that. That's pretty good. What's up, Brucey Kibitz? Similar here. Scared to buy all the way down there. And at least you didn't sell. That takes strength. What's up, Sylv? Carlos Lopez. What up? VZ Fat Cat, smash that like. It's your birthday. You were born 77. That's a good luck charm. Guys, do not sleep on VZ's recommendation. They're a great recommendation. Play any Muzz song, please. I don't know what that is. What's up, Matthew Barnes? You had me at clickbait? I know, baby. I really hope it doesn't go to waste. I'll do some low time frame stuff here in a second to see if I do think it's going to go back up in this live stream or not. In the Discord last night, I did say, looks like Bitcoin's looking to retest at least that high. I don't know if it's going to break it. This was like 11 or 12 hours ago, but it was giving me signs that it was looking to continue or at least move back to 35. So that made it. That call was good. God, that's so annoying. You know what's going to happen, guys, too, is we're going to chill right here. And then as soon as I end the stream, or if it becomes 4 o'clock, we have to go to the other stream, then it'll move. Bitcoin's fickle, man. It's a fickle coin. What's up, Jonathan Schaefer? Ninja Glock. Liking Bitcoin at 35 range? Me too, dude. Me too. It's crazy how much better 35 feels than like 25. I don't even care about my portfolio, the value. I don't even care. It's like not relevant to me. I'm just thankful to be in different numbers. I was getting so dyslexic, if you guys noticed over the last few months. I was getting so dyslexic with numbers because they were just the same numbers for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then that would change so slightly. And then it would go back, and they're all just jumbled up in my head. So 35 feels great. Zigzag 15 minute. What's up with the 15 min, my friend? Did we just test previous value area highest support? Possible. Possible. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I'm going to do more really low time frame here. I just want to see what everyone's feeling, what they're doing. Scott Donovan looking at Ethereum. I think Ethereum's heading for 1900. We can take a look at it at some point. Rockanor G sold to $100 by 24. That's probably reasonable. I mean, it's at 35. So let me see who's here. I see Akshat, Alex Medeiros, Brucey Kibitz, Capper What's up, Capper Carlos Lopez, Crypto Hub, Crypto Chef, Crypto Stevo, Crypto Z, Cybersecurity. Daniel Lehman, how you doing, man? Hope you're in good health, my friend. Rooting for you. What's up, Dave Digital, FOMO Sapien, Foxy Thorny, Gaud, Hessa Face, Hassan, Joe Mauma, Hugo Crypto, Join Crypto UK, Jonathan Schaefer, Joshua Gonzalez, Leo F. to Gov, Loading Name Matthew Barnes, Meanless, Mighty Muddy, Mike Bennett, Mohammed, Jafari, Sumanth is here, Mystery School, Nicholas Arena Ninja Glock, of course. Note Bola, Oh No Y2K, Possibay Trading, Phil G, Psychedelic Astronaut, Robert Maciliode, Scott Donovan, Scotty Swing, where's Scotty Don't Pee? Seaton, Slam Banjo, Solar Miner, Sylv and Sin, wonderful. T, Pickle, The Red Current, Thomas East, Tito Gaines, Venom Hex, Vesco, VZ, Fat Cat, Wisdom A, Zigzag, Thomas East. Man, Thomas East, how you doing, bro? That's been years. I remember that name. SX Jaw, how you doing? If I missed you, it's because you just put something in the chat. Put something new in the chat. I just refreshed. What's up, Vince? How you doing, bro? Scotty doesn't know. That's true. How you guys feeling today? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking right now. Bitcoin retested its year high right here, right before the stream. We have Chair Powell on at 4. We have the stream at 4. I think he's on like 4. Is it 4:30? I'll double check. It's not far after 4. Very spicy timing. I pointed this out yesterday, I think when we streamed, or the day before, Monday, that kind of odd. We just saw Chair Powell speak at the New York Economic Forum last week on Wednesday, and now he's speaking again on Wednesday. 2 speeches from Chair Powell in 1 week. Well, in 7 days. And what's actually even more interesting is, so if you think of it this way on the calendar, Chair Powell was at the New York Economic Forum on the 18th. I don't know where he's speaking today. It's not FOMC, but I'll figure that out probably during this live stream. Today on the 25th, and then the FOMC is November 1st. So that's 3 Wednesdays in a row Chair Powell is going to be speaking live. What is happening? Is there something happening that we don't know about or do know about? Is there... It doesn't seem his normal schedule. He's an old man. Tom Powell's going to take his place soon enough, guys. Don't worry. But he's an old guy. Like, that is a lot of live stuff for him. That is not his normal schedule. So what is happening? What do you guys think? Pixel Solid. Why did Bitcoin go to therapy? Because it had too many forks in the family tree. That's all right. That's an all right joke. I feel like there's a better pun there with forks. Like, why did he go to the doctor even, right? Because too many forks in him. Something like that. It's all happening. What is it? Making him work for his check? I don't know about that. I don't. I think it's something else. He's speaking in DC today. Thank you, Jonathan. Maybe Foxy. I think this is the best hunch we have. Maybe, guys, maybe he finally found that data. Don't get your hopes up. Don't FOMO. Maybe he found that data. He's been looking for it for years. Maybe finally found it. I hope so. MCB turn on. MCB turn on. This is on the 5-second chart, guys. Don't read into it. MCB turn on. Well, thank you. Spoon. I don't know what spoon is, Haas. Like, I guess fork spoon. The war, says Tito. I guess, but why would Chair Powell be speaking every week because of war? That really makes sense. Not my opinion. I think something's sussy. I think he's going to have something. He's not going to say it today, in my opinion. He'll say it on the 1st of November, but I think he has something big to share with us. He's a guy who does a lot of talking, a guy that is clearly lacking all of the data, but I think he's got something. I think he's got something big. We'll see. What's up, RX2? You got the shades, bruh, and it went up. It's the shades, guys. Keep getting them. Although, don't. Wait till I find a manufacturer and then buy them from me cheaper. Don't buy them from whatever place. But props to you. There's some sweet shades. Mr. Jake the Snake. Be careful, guys. 35K is the new shorting roof. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I just, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think it was too slow. It was too slow. There was no quick snap. Like, if we had a wick that went to, like, if we had gotten a wick, it would have been even worse than it not actually breaking right before this live. If we had gotten a wick to, like, 35.3 or 35.5, and that wick instantly back down below 35, like in a 1-minute candle, that would be bad, in my opinion. That would have been a bad setup. We didn't get that. We just had you can call it a double top, honestly. It's close enough, but, like, a slightly lower high. And it wasn't even, like, really that quick. Like, yeah, on the 1 minute you had, not very long, but to get in a short above 35, you had like a 5-minute candle, and you had a bunch of really close attempts. Actually, this was 35, this was 35, so you had more than a few. You know, knock on wood here, but that's not usually, in my experience, when you see like nasty just falls. Like this to me looks like it was baiting in shorts, and now it's kind of letting those shorts go. Of course, if it falls too far, then we got to reassess that. Maybe I'm wrong. Man, I made these more transparent, and I kind of hate it. Crap. I kind of hate the way it looks. I can barely see them. Let me just real quick change these a little bit more opacity. Hit the like button for opacity if you like opacity and you like the way I say it. Or if you hate opacity, you can also join in by hitting that like button and subscribe. Hopefully we get some new subscribers today. I know we will in the Chair Powell stream. I didn't really do any low time frame analysis here. What I do want to look at, almost even more than the low time frame analysis, is an interesting thing that I tweeted kind of right before the stream, actually. I've been on fire with some of these tweets. But basically, maybe I can pull it up just to share it with you. Because it's more text than I usually write. You know what? Crap, I actually put the wrong image here. I bet no one will notice. Oops. I did not mean to actually put this image. This image, that's not bad. This image also would back this argument. But I followed up to a previous tweet. No, okay, good. I did the right one. This was the previous tweet. This was actually before 35K broke. This was at 31.6. This is a pretty good tweet. October 23rd. I followed it up with this. Bitcoin has returned to 35K, this time with even less short liquidations, which is in fact true. Over the last 24 hours, we've only seen, I would say, about a third or a fourth of what we saw on the run up to 35K. Further suggesting this rally is being driven by spot and not a short squeeze. In my opinion, I didn't add that, but this is very bullish. Spot-driven rallies are sustainable and often mark the start of bullish trends. Short squeezes in Bitcoin's history have resulted in some of the biggest and most volatile moves up. Some of the biggest moves in Bitcoin history, like October 19, totally short squeezed, not supported by spot. However, they almost always sell right back to where they start, and they often move lower, circa October 19. Oh, wait, look at this. So there's been more shorts, I guess, since then. Actually, no, not really. Not significantly. Only 78 million in the last 24 hours. On the way back to 35K, we are on the way there. Originally, we had maybe 250. Nah, I think it was actually less than that. Maybe 200. But this looks like it's still being driven by spot. It does. And so now I'm going to bring you kind of a counterintuitive thought. I'm definitely learning myself every day, and my thoughts on funding and open interest and short liquidations, long liquidations, that they're changing and evolving, and does seem to be getting more accurate. So in a kind of counterintuitive or against my own grain here, I have a thought on funding. Funding is it's neutral, slightly bearish, as we would say. It's above 0.01, but just barely. We had heavy negative funding or moderate negative funding on the way up, and specifically we pointed out token margin was very negative. So people were betting Bitcoin, not dollars, when they're token margined, that it was going to go down, which is an unintuitive practice to begin with. Shorting token margin doesn't really make sense. Shorting US like fiat or USDT does. Longing token margin makes a lot of sense because then your gains are compounded. And I really want to rant about this, but if you long with your token and that token goes up, you profit in that token, and that token has appreciated. So not only have you gained, you have gained again because the value of it went up. That makes sense. But the thing that's interesting here, if funding was wildly high, I would be worried. I'd be worried. But funding's pretty neutral, and it's leaning positive, which means traders are opening longs more than shorts. Typical, I will say, of a spot-driven rally. People are buying spot, prices going up, and so they're looking to double down on it. They open some perps. If it was really high, I'd be worried for a short squeeze. I don't think it's high enough to worry about that. I think what this is showing us is that both futures traders and spot traders are getting bullish. I like this. I like it. I like it a lot. The heat map isn't going to show us much, but it's always fun to pull up. Right before this stream, pull this up. There was a pretty solid liquidation right about here. We do see underneath us at 30.335 and even at 33.8. There's some 8-figure licks above 10 million. Nothing too big. There was some right here, I think right before the stream. Only like 15, 16 mils. But we tapped those price levels, and now we have no real liquidations of meaning or significance back to 35K. And we have, honestly, none down to 34.4, which we almost tapped here. So let's look at 34.4. The market, guys, tell me if you feel this. The market feels to me like it is letting longs stay open. Like it wants longs to stay open. And I was long of the opinion, there's where that void is. I was long of the opinion that that meant that it was going to go down, right? Because it felt all through 22. The market wanted to keep shorts open. It did not really hunt them out. It would go sideways, down, sideways, down. Maybe that's another thing I need to observe more and add into my trading tool belt is maybe when the market is letting a certain side of a trade stay open, maybe that's because it's being fueled by spot and maybe it's defining the trend. I don't know. Seems possible though. Seems possible. Short liquidation map, there isn't much on there for us, but it's interesting to look at. And if we look at the total aggregated positions in the last 30 days, we still have what I used to be afraid of, but now find very bullish, the one-sided liquidation map. I used to think oppositely, but now I believe that the market pushes away from these liquidations. I don't know why, but that's just what we've observed over months, and it's been really accurate. So I've wasted enough time kind of babbling to let Bitcoin chill out here. Let me do some really low time frame analysis quick. See if I see any signs of this being the bottom very locally, or if it does want that full 34.4. Give me one sec to just kind of go over in my brain. Not even going to say it out loud. Can chat amongst yourselves. I'll recap when I'm done. It'll only take me maybe another 30 seconds. Okay. Really low time frames. Not really vibing on what I want to see. They're not looking terrible, but I'm not as confident as I was in the maybe the last 2 or 3 streams of like, damn, that's really strong upside on low time frames. Zooming out, we're gonna, of course, I said this on the pump day, of course, things are gonna look pretty good zoomed out on time frames. Why? Because most indicators are oscillators, and when you have extremely volatile moves in one direction, they just fly up or down to the bottom of their oscillation range. So when you get a big move up, and you're like, wow, the indicators look awesome. Yeah, of course they do. If they didn't, they have to look awesome. If they don't, they're not really doing anything. Not really an indicator. The 4 hours where we see a little indecision. Money flow for the first time really in this entire rally is peaking down, but that's just on this candle. This candle has another 3 hours to go. And it will close right before Chair Powell speaks. So if this candle closes higher in the 4 hour, breaks this yearly high, then it will likely change. This is kind of too early to snipe. VWAP, though, looking strong here, hitting that 0 line. Momentum, this is like the indecision here, was kind of doing the same thing, looking to move back up, but here it had a little indecision, and we're seeing it not quite cross, but again, that can change by the end of this 4 hour. If we do get a stronger close and these are crossed, I think you just see this continue. Just like that. This is really cool looking. 6 hour, though, is kind of quelling my worries. 6 hour, not quite as matured on the VWAP as the 4, but it's doing the same thing. It's looking to move to that 0 line. I like that. Momentum doing this crazy dance. Looking like it wants to roll again. There's no weakness there on the 6. The 6 is much stronger than the 4. And I think the 4 is just undecided yet. 12 hour is probably giving us another iteration of whatever these are. These little chills in momentum. I don't think price was really affected by them, was it? Mild pullbacks. Mild pullbacks on them. So 12 hour might be looking for kind of the mild pullback. VWAP is in the opposite direction of the 4, and the 6 is coming back down. We did see it pull back on the 12 hour. We already did. That doesn't mean it can't do it again, though. I'm going to add this here on this 12 hour local area value high, whatever you want to call it. Daily still soaring, but of course it is. If it wasn't, I would think my chart wasn't working. All right. These are really hard to call. You didn't set a new high. You kind of double bottomed here on your money flow low. This is on the 5 minute. It's coming back up, and VWAP's coming back up. Momentum hasn't signaled yet. So this is, for me right now, the 5 minute is rolling over. It may look to make a lower high, and it will invalidate that with a higher high, but I don't see that yet. I don't see that rolling over or higher high quite yet. This is kind of looking like 30.4, honestly. You are building some kind of bullish divergence on these lows. I really like 30.2 though. 30.25. 32,350 right here. I like this. I would like to see that. I don't know if it's going to happen. Oh, wait. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to happen, but that would be so clean. This could be a great entry if someone's just trying to maybe snipe back to that 30. That's only a 1% move. I'm not even going to talk about that. This would be a pretty interesting entry. You have an hourly order block. It is your 618. There's a lot of confluence there. I like that. Okay. Cool. All right. I was like, this will only take me 1 second. Here I am like 10 minutes later. All right, screw it. Let's just mark these not all red. That'll do. All right, let me get back to the chat. Let me get back to the chat. Damn it, Bitcoin. You went down the second I went live. Am I bear or bull today, baby? I'm always bull. I'm always bull. Yo, sophisticated dirtbag fly fishing. Let's go fishing, bro. What about 618 a little lower? Yep, 32,250. Not only is that the 618, it's also an hourly order block right there. So, like, that is solid. Like, that's solid, like I said, to potentially pick up a position. But something kind of tells me that if it hits here, it's not looking to jump right back up. Even though it's a 618, I think we could hit like 30.4 kind of flat here. We have some liquidations there. And then be still pretty fine, still following that uptrend. You could absolutely do this too, like with more of a wick. That happens a lot in uptrends. You see like a wick out of them right back. But I'd be more very, very short term. Like we're talking scalping, very low time frame, not like long term position. I'd be more worried down here to scalp. I'd feel more confident if I saw any sign of bounce right here at 34.4. The 1 minute is honestly quickly improving though, and that's really what we want to see. So I said the 5 minute looks like it's rolling over without a new high. The 1 minute at that point was right here, and money flow really didn't show us anything that would be promising. The 1 minute I don't trust, but we do see kind of a V-shaped high here, or low, because it's red. Low. And momentum starting to pinch. This isn't like super concrete, but what I want to see is that start rolling into the 5. And then the 5 pushing up. We don't have it yet. And that's why this is looking pretty likely. Like right down here. Mind you, though, if you're, I don't know if that makes you worry, that's not even a 1% move down. Like, we're talking fractions of percents here. We're really zoomed in. We're too zoomed in for most people. I mean, this structure, though, does look like momentum in this move has begun to wane. So we should maybe use our fib tool. Right there looks really good. Gotta live forever now. 34.8. This is looking pretty likely. I don't want to do this because I'm still kind of thinking that 34.4, but yeah, I like that. Maybe I'll just do it like that. Then I'm in both scenarios, right? I don't care about being right. Confluence on the 618. I like to hear that too, Frosted Flake. You know what? 8 Frosted Flakes last night, so shout out to you. 12K, please, Monkey. I mean, we traded at and below 12K for many years. Where were you? What's up, Johnny? November Rain. XYO printing a cup and handle. Coming down for a dub, Ifini. I have no idea. What's up, Josh McCombs? Right when the ETF approved, this thing is going to nuke. Interesting. Why do you think that? Just kind of like game theory? That's not a terrible thought. I imagine the market overheats into the ETF approval, and then the ETF approval sees a sell-off. I think that would be very reasonable. Oh, shit. I just typed in CoinGecko, but must have gotten the letter wrong, and I clearly went to some weird page. It was like, I don't know what that was. Terra Luna Classic is up 5% right now. I don't care. I'm not going to look at it. I don't really know many of these coins. Roll Bitcoin up to 18. Maybe that's worth looking at only because I've had an upside target for Roll a Bitcoin for a while. I'm not buying it. I don't know. I just kept seeing it on the CoinGecko. Yeah. Kept seeing it. It's still going. 20 cents looks super probable. Super probable for Roll a Bitcoin. That's such a nice climb. I love this wick back to the like fair value gap here. Boom, strength. Could definitely see a hit back to like 15. That'd be a better entry than here at 18 in my opinion. Can you get a good risk to reward this way? You can. You can get a good risk to reward that way. I like it. I like that. Definitely not taking that trade. I don't trust. I just really don't like exchanges, coins, and things. Speaking of that, I also tweeted today about Bitcoin dominance. And I put something that I thought was interesting. Money. This is screenshot worthy, dude. This is such old TA. Screenshot worthy, in my opinion. Because I said this is a salute to Benjamin Cohen, basically. And I wanted to add to the Bitcoin dominance discussion. So Benjamin Cohen does focus a lot on Ethereum BTC for dominance. And I do see the reasoning, and I think that's correct reasoning. However, I threw into the ring today. I'm not sure I've ever heard him talk about it, but he may have. I don't watch all his content. BNB BTC. I think right now this is the biggest driver of Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance, obviously the representation of Bitcoin versus all of the market cap of crypto. And if you expect dominance to go up, you probably expect two things. One, most of the other assets will go down against Bitcoin. However, the second part's more important. Specifically, the largest cap ones. Specifically, the largest cap. Because those have the most representation of that total market cap to take from. If something is 0% of the market cap rounded down, doesn't matter what it does. It can go up or down against Bitcoin. It doesn't really impact dominance. But when you want to have big moves in dominance, logically, you need to look at the biggest market caps because those are the ones that need to lose. Ethereum is the obvious and, preferred choice of Cohen. And the one that I think, I don't want to say obvious, but like obvious. Like that's what you should look at. However, you have some other contenders. You got BNB here at we'll call it number 3 when it comes to market cap. For coins. Number 3, it is much smaller than Ethereum. However, that is mostly because since November of 22, it has lost almost 70% against Bitcoin. Ethereum has lost against Bitcoin in that time as well, but certainly not 70%. So this was a much larger piece of the crypto puzzle. It still sits at number 3. This was a much larger piece before it fell so harshly. Of course, our eyes then go to what? XRP. XRP. That's where you'd also expect. I don't have high confidence that that will be a big loser against Bitcoin, only because it didn't really expand. It didn't really gain ground against Bitcoin for a long time, and it's still pretty close to those lows, or really around the, let's say the equilibrium of where it's traded at many years. You then look at Solana. Solana has been gaining against Bitcoin, so this, potentially you could see a catastrophic dump on it, and that would contribute, but probably not likely. Cardano, number 9 or whatever, like 6 in coins. This has lost significantly against Bitcoin, and the chart does look like potentially it's going to lose more. So that's in line. BNB was the one that I didn't really hear people point to or talk to, and I just thought it was a really good point. Dominance, or not dominance, Bitcoin BNB lost its May of 21, and even traded lower than February of 21, the high here, against Bitcoin. And potentially, we've kind of been worried about BNB for a while, potentially could have a lot more ground to lose. The next support below would likely be this higher low in March of 21, and that's at about 0.44, 0.45. That's another 32%. That's really rough. Like, that's incredibly rough. I didn't even want to talk about that much, but I did. If you use your really big fib, oh wait, it's not supposed to be that high. If you use your fib from like the low to the high, then you start looking and saying, hey, those values actually look very right. 0.045. You lose 0.045, you might find support on something like this from May, kind of early 19, but I don't believe that really will be a factor as you just wrecked through it, tested it, and ran. The next level would be 0.003. That's your 618 retracement. That's potentially another big fall, and that would drive Bitcoin dominance. Even honestly, if nothing else really moves, that'd be a 50% fall from here and an 83% fall from its high in November of 22. There you go. That's all I really had to say about it. Here we go. Bitcoin was like, good, Tom. Yes, keep rambling about stuff, and I'll do what you say. But if you look at me or go live, I won't. LTC, BTC, not doing well. Hasn't broken its low, but that was more of like a bigger overall thought of the dominance question and where will it come from, kind of. Litecoin's market cap now is very small. It is very close to its all-time low against Bitcoin, and while that could absolutely trade lower, that's going to have way less of an impact than XRP or BNB losing ground, or obviously Ethereum losing ground against Bitcoin. You lost 12 USDT, fart noise, don't do it. The LTC butt trade, Daniel Smith, I'll never live that down. I should do a video on it. As soon as Litecoin breaks all-time high, I'm going to make a clickbaity video about it. Yo, Tom, how do I make the fib tool clean like yours? Yours looks... How do you make it clean? Easy. This is all... Like, I set this all customly. You don't have to do it this way. 1, never extend lines right or left, dude. That just makes your chart a nightmare. I like to kind of unhighlight the things I don't use as often. So I have like 382, 236. You can see they're a little grade. Or no, the 236, a little grade. 786, more grade. Then I have like 0.5, 382, kind of regular white. And then I like to make the 618 green. I like to make white, or not white. I like to make the 1 yellow and the 0 red. That's how I make mine clean. Then I go and I turn off all of these extensions except for 1, 618, and 2. You can have other ones. Certainly, there's no reason you couldn't have 3 and 4 and 418 and 318, but I find they just get too messy. So there you go. You can, if this will open again, you can screenshot this. Go ahead and screenshot it. One thing you definitely want to do if you're using the fib tool, if you're on a logarithmic chart like I am, one thing you absolutely want to make sure is clicked is down here. It's a little hidden at the bottom. I don't even know if you can see it. Let me make sure. Yeah. Down here at the bottom is hidden. This is not on by default. Click fib levels based on log scale. If you're on a log chart. If you're not, don't click that. There you go. There you go. Let me reassess here. 1 minute did not ever, never is trustworthy. Lower low. That's all right. Okay, 5 minutes slowly looking to pinch. It did break this low though, so still looking for a rollover. 15-minute could be very good. VWAP now trending back up. Momentum coming back down. 30-minute rollover too, though. That's not great. I don't feel confident now that we're going to see a new yearly high in this stream before Chair Powell. I don't feel as confident. I might. This honestly is kind of looking a little bit more like that 34,250, isn't it? It's looking a little bit more like this. $34,620 down to $34,250. Yeah. That's poopy. I killed the run. Sorry, guys. But you know what? Had it just popped off and gone to 1 million, it would have probably just sold back off. So in reality, I protected it. Red Man becoming a member. What up, my dude? Make sure you guys are subscribing, liking. This was supposed to be a stream that when I turned it on, we were just like kind of moving up past 35. That didn't play out. That's okay. You win some, you lose some. You're full on Lunacy. Are you crazy? In my opinion, yes, you're crazy. If you're all in on Lunacy, I think you are a Luna. You're Lunacy. That's Lunacy. S&P 500 getting wrecked? Let's see. Not us. We're not getting wrecked, son. We sniped it. We sniped it. Let me get rid of some of this, too. This trade did go against us very briefly. There it is. There she blows. Yeah, that looks not good. It's funny because like this looks a lot like this, just inverted. It's like it did a pattern. It did like a shape, and then it like did the shape again, smaller in the other direction. I don't really know what to say about S&P other than I was looking to short it as soon as it broke 4,300 originally. We were already saying if it breaks it, we're gonna look for a back test and a short. Filled. It did go against us for a while, and now we've broken that low. I mean, that looks like dog shit, man. Looks like dog. Does that mean that the dollar's looking strong right now? I hope not. Well, you know what? I don't really care. I don't think it matters anymore to Bitcoin. I think we're past that. Okay. Dollar resisting that same pattern. Interesting. Did hit a lower low, but it's moved back up pretty quickly. Any day now, bud. Make sure you guys join the Discord if you're not a... Daily looking pretty good. That bullish engulf yesterday was pretty savvy. Kind of savvy. Not excited here, but you have 2 taps to a low. You broke your low. You haven't broken your high here. This kind of looks like it's still heading for 1047. Link moved up, by the way. Link moved up. 1450. Major resistance. It has wicked back down since then. I still have the same opinion, though. I'm not chasing this up. You do have $15 as your next upside target, which is pretty dandy. That's like a 40% move from here. However, I still think whether it's here at 1450 or even if it's at 15, I still think it comes back down to that range high. It might not tap it perfectly, might get close, maybe only $10, but I still think there's better entries. If you didn't enter down here, if you didn't enter here, if you didn't enter here when we talked about them a while ago, that's okay. Just be aware. Don't chase. Don't chase the market. Let the market come to you. She ignores her audience. Who does? You guys gotta understand how hard it is to do like technical in-depth analysis and then read a chat that moves very quickly. It's very difficult, at least for me. Pump those numbers up. Thank you, Chair Powell's lost data. We found him. We found Chair Powell's lost data. Great to see you. It's gonna be a good day. Can't talk about it here there. I love Wendy. Don't be all in on Luna. That's lunacy, dude. Can I look at ape? Nah, but I'll pull it up. Hey, actually, I can look at ape. I didn't expect to be even more up on my trade. Hold up here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Should I close my ape trade, guys? We should do a poll. Should do a poll. We got 500 viewers. We only have 100 something likes, guys. That's pathetic. Sorry, we have another stream at 4. You can make it up to me then. Should I close my ape long from $1? Yes, no. Boof boof, says Professor Beans. Let me see. Actually, I forgot which. I have so many open. Don't be like me. I have so many freaking positions open on so many different places. It's very difficult to keep track. That's a great way to lose money. Let's be real. Great way to lose dollars. You want to express lose dollars even faster than being all in on Luna C. Do what I do. I get it. The ape trade's now up 134%. Should I close it or keep it open? Realized a little bit of profit there, but not too much. I want to take a little profit on this long. Like, just maybe it's 0.3 Bitcoin size. Like, maybe, like... Wow, if I took 10%... If I only took 0.03, 10%, that'd be $540. That's pretty good. Kind of want to take, like, 0.05 Bitcoin on it. But I'm so afraid it will close it. Because I haven't messed with this in so long. I'm so afraid it will close it. Actually, I could do it this way. Me up. No position to close. All right, I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I'll mess with it later. What do you guys think? Should I close ape or not? Let me get closer. Open one on Lunacy? No. No, thank you. No, I'll probably never long or short Lunacy, to be real. Coca-Cola, I like watching Wendy on 1.75 speed. It's your thing. It's like she's yelling at you. That's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious. That's funny. 48% are saying yes. Wouldn't be very degen if I closed. I know. Yeah, close, but if you're on the fence, move your TP. That's probably what I should do. Let's be real. We'll move the TP. We'll move the TP, but like, heck, maybe I should like first actually look at the chart. All right, right on my entry. Looks like I could do just under $1.10. Like, yeah, I'll move the TP up. You're right. Thank you, fam. $1.094. All right, I'm happy with that. But let's see what you guys have to say if you think I should close it. Get rid of this. Let's see here. Yo, wow. Man. This is not what I thought would happen. I almost want to change the thumbnail on this because, like, I really wanted to use this for, like, when Bitcoin, like, broke a yearly high and just have this dumb thumbnail. That's a big chief card. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Not while live. Loving the bull market vibes while stocks are wrecked. I know, Josh. It's like an extra layer of like, satisfaction. What's up, Trade Intuition? How you doing, brother? You just tried Wendy at 1.75. How is it? I'm going to try it later. That sounds funny. You guys should check out Wendy-O. You got me. Terrific, Tom. Thank you. Confident AF Podcast. You live up to your name. What's up, Ryan Bowl? Link will come back down. I agree. I think there'll be an entry at like $10, maybe $9.50. Okay, look at XRP. Yeah, I'll pull it up. XRP is looking actually very good. So you guys know I've been just looking for this over and over and over again. It did keep happen. It did continue to happen. But XRP, I should have looked at this or commented on this more. Actually did something good. I'm going to get rid of the short. That short got wrecked. But it actually did something good. It finally closed above its range high, like Link. it moved up. It didn't hit my 61.8 upside target, but what it did do is it came back even in today's candle directly to that 40-cent range high, and we do see a bottom wick. A strong close would be really solid for XRP there. If it closes especially green, I'm looking for 61.8, although I already am looking for 61.8, but that back test on that range high, that changes for me what was happening here. We were looking for it to break to the upside, but had no real optimism that it would be soon. It was just like, this could just keep doing this the rest of the year. That close above, backtest of the high, is a great setup for 61.8 cents. I think that that's likely where it's going next. On the day, you can see how many times we've looked for this to be rolling over. It literally rolled over at the same time as that range high break. Right there. It's been in this range forever. Well, you know, I didn't look at this before. This is a really old chart. I didn't look at this before either. And I was talking about Bitcoin dominance. XRP, since July, also adding to that dominance, down 45% against Bitcoin. So XRP, another logical player in dominance, also adding to it. I will say, though, unlike BNB, where BNB just broke major support. Here it is. Just broke major support against Bitcoin. XRP is like kind of right back in its accumulation range. And we do see swing lows that are lower. So we could see that. But this is like more sturdy. This is like in support zone. BNB under support zone. I don't need that. No, I'm going to set an alert. If XRP trades below 0.00015 against Bitcoin, that's going to actually look really ugly. Time will tell. Use ape to test taking profit. I'm not worried about that one. I did take profit on that one. You're afraid, Fedox? I don't doubt it, man. Crypto Steve-O. The thing, so I tweeted about this too. And I feel passionately about this, guys. You know my motto. You know who I am. Hopefully. Some of you don't. You're new. If you're new, make sure you're subscribed and join the Discord. Hit the like button. I'm passionate about this, though. I love crypto. That is why I am here streaming. I love cryptocurrency. I think it's the future. I think it's inevitable. I think it's going to inevitably make everyone's life better. I'm very passionate about this. You know, I don't do really drama stuff. I poke fun at things sometimes, but I'm never actually mean or cruel. Really sad how many people are taking this opportunity to cloud farm by, and this is the part that I don't like, is the personal targeting of people, like by name. And Crypto Steve, I'm not calling you out. It's rampant right now. And it's part of euphoria in general. I'm the most irrationally bullish person. I wish them nothing but love and success. We can do better, crypto fam. We can. We have everyone in the world against us. The entire world that is not in crypto is against us. They don't want us to succeed. We don't need to fight each other. We don't need to take each other down. We have enough enemies. We don't have enough allies. Let's just be allies. Look, I was bullish. I'm always bullish. There were times in 22 where I was a little bearish, but like price kept going down, right? And I was still bullish. They are bearish, though price is still going up. If I were to shit on them, I would just be shitting on them for the same thing I did, but in the other direction. And of course, I will say this because I like saying it. Perma bulls are always right eventually, and perma bears are always wrong eventually. That's the only difference. Sorry, guys. But that's how the market works. There's times of going down and going up, and no one's ever right all the time. I understand the disdain when you're bullish and people are bearish, especially when people are trying to convince you to be bearish and it's like going against how you feel. I get it, but just don't do it personally. That's my honest thing. It's like, just don't do it personally. If you think about it, back when, I don't know, I'm not calling you out, Steve-O. I love you, bro, but it's just a good example. Kind of Wendy calling for 10K. Remember back to that time. Virtually everyone was. It wasn't just Wendy. It wasn't just Gareth. It wasn't just Savvy. It wasn't just Optical Art. Like, it was like almost everyone. Of course, I was never really looking for... I never said Bitcoin would trade below 10K. I didn't think it would ever trade below 10K. I was looking for maybe 13.8 if we went lower. That was kind of like where I was spotting. And I said 10.7 is... 10,750 is like the ultimate wall that I don't think Bitcoin will ever trade below. Didn't even go close. Just remember, let's just be good to each other. We don't have enough friends. We need everyone. Once like non-coiners are the minority, then we can start hating each other, right? We're too early. A lot. In fact, Crypto Steve-O, Ed, and chat, who else can name an influencer, other than me, who didn't call for sub 10K? I'm sure there are others. But in general, like everyone, just everybody. Wholesome Crown, that's right, dude. Unite the clans. Unite the crypto clans. It is me, your king, Crown. Here to unite the clans. How's Gala today? Probably not great. Probably not great, dude. Last time I looked at it, it was death. Looking a little better. But kind of getting ADA vibes on that, honestly. Getting like Cardano vibes. And I don't have anything against Cardano. At all. It's just chart. When I say that, I mean, you had like a support that was pretty major. You fell below it. And like now you're back into resistance. You're back into that support as resistance. If you can break above it, you're looking good. If Gala can get through 16.8 cents. I mean, this might not be really great, but you're looking for 2.1 cents really pretty quickly, if not higher, right? Wow, that's awesome. 618, yeah, 2.16 cents, 2.09 cents by the fib tool. Like, if you can break out of that range, you're good, you're cleared, and you're going higher. But until that happens, as someone who isn't really passionate about these, like, not passionate about Cardano or Gala, I'd say I like Cardano more than Gala, if I had to pick one. Until you get through those resistance or previous support, now resistance, it's just not exciting for me. I don't really have a reason. Like, if this was Bitcoin, you better believe I'd be rooting and saying, that's going up. I think it's going up. But, yeah, I don't really have passion for these. You're welcome to. You don't have to have the passion for things I do. That's okay. Going back to that dominance thing quick. Here's ADA against Bitcoin, ADA BTC. And you can see from September 21 to today, almost minus 80% against Bitcoin. These are the things that are driving Bitcoin dominance's rally. Of course, everything, every dollar in the market plays a part in that. Every dollar. But if you're looking at dominance, you really should be looking at the biggest coins. You should be looking at the ones with the most market cap because those have the most impact on it. Here's my issue with ADA. This is why I'm not really optimistic. ADA broke support last month. Well, we'll say this month it really did. Broke support, similar to BNB. Against Bitcoin, down to your next support is another 24% loss. And so that's against Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes down in value, however much it goes down in this perfect scenario, ADA goes down 24% more. Not flat, 24% multiplicatively, right? This is dominant. This is Bitcoin dominance. This is why it's going up. It's ADA. It's Ethereum. It's BNB. And then, of course, it's the broader market of all the other little crappers out there. But now, this is the time, guys, if you're newer to crypto, if you're, I don't know, last year or two, or even if you started around 2020 or 2019 and you don't really get Bitcoin pairs, you don't really know what it is, right now is the perfect time to learn about them. Because they're going to be one of the most valuable tools you have in analysis that very few people talk about as we enter a bull run, whether that's right now or next year or the year after or whatever. It's going to be one of the most important tools because even if you're not trading them, what Bitcoin pairs do is they're showing you if you're actually profiting or not. That sounds silly. What do you mean? Number go up, I profit. Yes. But in a bull run, when everything is going up, the important metric is, are you going up as fast as the rest of the market? Are you outpacing the rest of the market? You don't have to, right? It's not needed to profit. You still can make dollars. But it's illogical to sit in an asset and be okay with it underperforming against Bitcoin because you're taking on more risk and you're not getting more reward. Now, just because ADA is going down doesn't mean it won't go up in a bull run, doesn't mean it won't, outpace. It will outpace Bitcoin at some point, whether it's a short period of time or a long period of time, I don't know. It will. Because everything goes up and down. Nothing just goes down. Like, for example, to give you a better thought, right here to right here, ADA outpaced Bitcoin. It gained 57% against Bitcoin. Doesn't dictate what it did in dollar values. But if you bought ADA here and sold it here, you outpaced Bitcoin. If you bought ADA up here and you didn't do anything with it, you've lost almost 90% versus just having bought Bitcoin and doing nothing. You've lost 90% more. These pairs are so valuable. They used to be the only way you could trade crypto okay, at some point this won't be true, but for the majority of crypto's existence, these pairs were all that existed. That gives you an idea of how deeply rooted they are in the OGs, in the whales, in the the people who have been here's mind. That was the only way. When I started trading, it was the only way you could trade, really. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin had USD pairs. That was it. And they really were not heavily traded. It is honestly much harder, in my opinion, to trade USD pairs than Bitcoin pairs. Bitcoin pairs, I think, are a lot easier. It's my personal preference. All right, Corn, you're being real lame. It's 1:30. We got a stream at 4. What should we do? Who TF are you? I don't know, dude. I don't even know if you were talking to me, though. Crown, cool. Lifer, called every move in the game. He's the best TA out there by far. I watch all you guys. No comment. I, of course, respect Lifer. I think he's a very talented analyst as well. It called every move in the game. That seems like hyperbole. Mitch is Kang. I love Mitch Ray. We are such different people, but I love him. Mitch Ray. Mitch Ray, though, interesting. I've noticed, and of course, I will give him the respect and props. He was much of a bear for most of the time I've known him, and he has been bullish this year, and I will applaud him and respect him for that. George didn't. Cool. Capo didn't, of course. CryptoFace? I'm pretty sure CryptoFace did. But CryptoFace also says a lot of wild shit. Like, the dude's very talented as well. But he says a lot of wild shit, guys. Like, he says a lot of wild shit. He doesn't always say things and, like, mean it literally. A little bit of a Trumpism, perhaps. A Trumpetism. And I have noticed, of course, Lifer being bullish with me. We've been, like, the bull guys. It's all right. Crown, blockchain backer. He called everything. So equally, I will say, equally to the Lifer statement, just be careful with those statements. He called everything. He called every move. No, dude, nobody is right 100% of the time. Nobody. Yeah, I love that he was bully with, man. I love that he was bully with me. Last time I was the only one. It's good as we enter this bull market that there are other bully people. I swear to God, we were the only bullish channel at the start of the last bull market. I swear to God. And of course, I have not seen every YouTuber, so I don't know. But I don't think that anybody else is bullish like we were in 2019. Thanks for the Femex link, Alpha Glitch. Thank you, man. You signed up with my link. Thank you. Femex is our sponsor. They're a great exchange. I use them personally. There's no KYC. Pinned to the top of the chat right now if you've never used Femex, or maybe like BitGet, Bybit, they've all enacted KYC recently. I don't ever recommend KYCing when you don't have to. If you're looking for a new exchange, check that video out. I think it's a really fair review. I took 3 exchanges. I compared them, contrasted them, and just gave you my thoughts on it. No bias. Even though Femex is our sponsor, I'm not in sale. I'm not ever going to just say Femex is like it's perfect or something because they're a sponsor. No, I won't do that. That's a fair review. Check it out. Am I checking Raven today? Only for you, Daniel. Only for Daniel Lehman. I haven't looked at it since the last time you asked, dude. I'm like afraid to pull this up. Oh! What? No way. No way. Dude, I don't know when we looked at this last. Probably like Q1 this year. No effing way, bro. Did we snipe it? Did we snipe it? No way. Technically, on a technical level, I'm just like blown away that we sniped this low. On a technical level, this does not look the best yet. Same thing as I was just saying about ADA. About, what was the other one? What was the other one? There's another chart I was comparing it to. I don't remember. Whatever the other one was. You guys probably remember. It's moved up. That's great. But it's still in this, like, it hasn't broken in a significant, meaningful way. Like, Raven has a lot of ground. If it gets above 1.66 cents, it looks better. But really, it's like, if you don't get above close to 2.5 cents, if you don't put in a higher high, you haven't really done anything yet. Like, you haven't really done anything yet. You had flat flat support. You broke it. Now you're here to back test it. If you can keep going, rock and roll. But if you don't get back above that, you're really just continuing the pattern, right? I hope Raven does well. Raven, to my knowledge, is a no pre-mine proof of work coin, so it falls into the Tom Crown's approved crypto list, and I would like to see it do well. I have a hunch, though, that Litecoin, Monero, Raven, Zec, Monero, whatever, all of those coins that I prefer, I have a feeling that they're all going to run at the exact same time. I think they're all going to break. I think they're all going to break their all-time highs in this next market coming up, bull market. And I think it'll be, I don't think it will just be with the rhythm of everything else. I think it'll either be Bitcoin rallies like a 2017 bull market where Bitcoin kind of has a solo rally and then alts catch up every time Bitcoin takes a break. Or maybe it won't be that way, but they'll be like maybe late in the cycle, something weird. I have a feeling that they're going to have their own kind of rhythm. And I think they'll all be together. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Just a hunch. You had to KYC for Binance. So, Haycon, let me tell you something. Haycon, if you already KYC'd on an exchange, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world to KYC. It's not. Especially, I would say, with like Binance, and especially with like Coinbase, Kraken, the exchanges that I trust the most. It's not a big deal. You've already done it. When I say you should not KYC unless you have to, what I'm saying is you should not KYC lightly. You shouldn't KYC just to sign up for like a different exchange if you have options. That's my opinion. Because KYC is to protect the exchange, not you. You aren't any safer. You don't benefit at all from KYC. There's no added benefit. What it does is it opens up your personal private information to potentially be leaked, hacked, sold, used in an abusive way. You're just more vulnerable. So you shouldn't go out looking to be more vulnerable. But if you really love an exchange, like you really love Binance, you want to KYC, go for it. But don't be fooled, because lots of people are fooled that like, oh, if I KYC, the exchange is safer. Not a chance, man. You had to KYC on FTX. You had to KYC on Celsius. You had to KYC on BlockFi. You had to KYC on everything that collapsed. Does not protect you. I'm not even saying you should avoid, definitely don't avoid it for like legal, illegal stuff. That's not what I'm saying. But avoid it because if you don't have to do it, there's no reason to. It's not helpful to you. You don't get anything. That's it. NASDAQ rugging. Let's go. Maybe I should change the title because Bitcoin's not mooning. Let's put stocks wrecked. Stocks dumping. Bitcoin is pumping. I'm going to get rid of the holy S because I thought it was just going to break 35K. Let's pull up stocks. You guys really are somehow going to trick me, aren't you? You're tricking me into streaming all the way up to the Chair Powell stream so that I'm live from like... How long has this been? $50 minutes, so that I'm live from like 12:10 to like 6 p.m. You're gonna get another 5-6 hour stream day out of me, aren't you? I see you guys. Well, this is the S&P, but you said NASDAQ. Let's see. You can look at NAS or NQ. Is that NQ1? NQ1. Those are the mini futures, right? Womp, 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 womp. We shorted the F out of stocks, man. We shorted the F out of these markets, dude. Zach. What's up? Too many. Oh man, that's riggedy wrecked. Riggedy wrecked. Dude, Chair Powell. I have a feeling, I don't know, like even if it's a nothing burger from Chair Powell, there's gonna be something. Because these markets are all responding. NASDAQ breaking past its low of the other day, though we were kind of already looking for that. Mini futures. It's the same chart. Yeah, I mean, futures in their chart should be pretty similar. S&P doing the same thing, kind of in tandem right now, huh? Like holding hands. It's like they're about to like go bungee jumping or something, and they're a couple, and they're like holding hands as they jump off. It's very romantic and touching. Wow. You know what? I think so. We did a lot of this analysis kind of in one swoop a while ago. Maybe I should do a little bit more stock analysis. You guys always ask me to do it, and I'm like, I don't care about stocks, though. Yeah, like there. Actually, I might move that back. I don't care about them, though. I will say some of my greatest trades that I think have been on stocks. Like, on this stream, we've had some epic ones in crypto, too, but some of them have been stocks. Let's see. 38, 8. 718? Well, S&P 500, and I'm going to guess NASDAQ as well, like retraced back to its 786. This deep retracement. Usually that's a market looking to go and continue. It has pulled back in the last 4 months here. When was the last time it had a lower high like this? Back here? Back here? Where were those lower highs? Hold up. Not the 786, that's for sure. So here's a good example. Now, this looks different than what we're looking at right now, but if we kind of look at this in a bubble, you had a fall, you retraced back to your 786, and yes, you sold off, but you were looking to continue higher. The market was signaling looking to move higher here. So basically what we want to see if we want stocks to be bullish is a higher low off of this move, which we do already have pointed out on the chart. We do have it pointed out on the chart. And that would be right now 4,100. But you really could see lower, right? You could see much lower. You could see 38.8, and that would still be really in alignment. Let's go down to the 1 month. 41.4, I still like. If you look left, this is like the ultimate. This is like the entirety. Look at stocks, man. Like their charts just are totally different looking. These are months. This is like one solid block of candles on the monthly time frame. That was the resistance. It was like right here. 41, 44, something like that. To come back to here and bounce would be great. No guarantee, but like this is a strong argument to say, hey, the stock market or S&P 500 has support. That's a strong ass argument. I don't think there's anything in crypto. I don't think I've ever seen anything on a monthly time frame that was like such a clearly marked support or resistance. Let's flip this chart. So if I flip to this chart, would you be bearish or bullish? Honestly, I would be bullish. Likely only though to like this 38.8 or even back to 41.4. Looking for that lower high. Something like that. That looks about right. That looks about right. I have a feeling NASDAQ is like the exact same thing though. But I might be wrong. Zoom out. Very similar looking to me. Very similar. When we look at our major retracement from our 21 high to our 22 low, our 786 again hit. Again. Oh, it's because the mini futures don't have as much history. Let me go back to 1999. I should probably put this chart, back on regular. Regular charts. Nah, I like my logarithmic. Logarithmic 1618 got us very close to the high. Tapped out at 16.7. 1618 was at 15. Nasdaq looks a little different to me. So I still probably am looking for like the same move, right? But if Nasdaq and S&P break, they look a little different. Because you have support here on the way up. I'd say your major support under all of like the price action of the last few years. It's probably right about here, 7,800. I don't think that's the same for the S&P. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Like right down here at 32. That's close enough. That's close enough. Wow. Stocks just dumping. Like dumping. Please, Bitcoin be pumping. Nope. Doing nothing. Doing not a lot. Dollar pushing up. There it is. The dollar broke high since we looked at it, like, I don't even know, an hour ago. Breaking high there. This kind of looks like it's starting to do that, though. Hourly could be better. I'm not really convinced by this high. What's really fun is we have all this spice in the market right now. Dollar just broke its high range. S&P 500, Nasdaq, probably Russell, probably all this indices also broke their lows. Bitcoin retesting its 2 days ago yesterday high, and Chair Powell is yet to speak. All this spice is happening, and we have 2 hours until Chair Powell's on. Will Bitcoin break 35K today? Well, I thought so at the start. I thought so when we started the stream. Definitely possible. I do believe Bitcoin will break 35K this year. I think it will in the shorter term, but I'm saying in general, I think it will. Even if the bottom isn't in and we still have lows to explore, I think 35K breaks again. I don't think that we don't have kind of the exhaustive move yet that I would look for this to be over. Like a tall wick to a new high that's sold off. I said this at the start of the stream. If this move had been more like this, candle closed low, even if the candle closed high, like at a highest point this year, like up here, that like this top wick to me would be the exhaustive move. But this doesn't really look like an exhaustive move. There isn't much exhaustion there. You had a little bit too much time at the high, in my opinion. If it had been much briefer, it would be much weaker looking. There's a terrible trade I'm not going to take. Not going to take it. I'm not going to take this terrible trade either. But I'm going to put it on the stream. Because this is what we do every day here. Get this way. I don't like the downside needed for that, though. I'm not taking either of these. I don't like them. Yeah, that feels alright. Come on, fam. Let's get 420. If you don't get 420 now, we get 420 on Chair Powell. Don't worry. You need to be a high, Paul. Yes, I mean, if you want to be, you do. Savvy is right, Compton. What is he right about? Please extrapolate. It did already. Colin Brown. What's Colin Brown doing? I trust crypto. That's a good name. The integrity auditor. The integrity auditor. I give you permission. Integrity audit me right now. No Bitcoin will be 30K soon. I mean, it is technically already 30K. It's 30.4. Crazy times in markets, I know, Josh. It's wild. What's up, Air Random? Damn, Daniel. Hi, Tom Cruise. Hey, Anna Mika. Tom Cruise Crown. Only OGs remember that. It's good to see Anna. Wonder why coin is dumping, Randy. Ooh, that's a good coin. It's kind of like a stockish day while Bitcoin does nothing. Stocks are a no weekend scam. Agreed. That's why I don't like them. That's why I don't follow them. I don't get it. All right. Yeah, that's not the best, is it? Not the best. Not the best, but not the worst. So, range high, range low. Range high, range low. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. It certainly doesn't look like bullish today. This isn't bad as long as it holds on to its lows. Retested your high. Retested your high. If you hold a higher low, that's sauce right back to your high, right? And then that's going to be a strong argument to break that high. If we invert this chart, I think the chart becomes much clearer. Everyone's favorite pattern should be being yelled from the rooftops here. That's what I think. Double bottom, what do you need? You need a test of that bottom again for your third. You need a break and a back test. Break and a back test. Break and a back test. Good news is coin could go as low as 60, and in reality could go even, I don't know, like 46 without getting in trouble. It does get sketchier down there, but I think this actually looks pretty good. It does not look good like today to long, in my opinion, but I think it looks pretty good. And I think that's revealed by inverting it. Like, just visually, you can see this would be what? Distribution in this case, because it's inverted. You can see the distribution here. You broke that level, and now you're back to it, right? Looks like it found resistance there. Looks like it wants to reject. Not like this, not, you know, up today. But I don't hate it. I was expecting it to look way worse. The thing that saved it, honestly, is the test of that high again. That saved it. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good, but not in the short term. In the short term, does not look pretty good. Like today, I don't think it looks very good. Unless Chair Powell has some crazy stuff to share with us later. Hopefully. Oh, beautiful shorts. Beautiful shorts. Definitely need to put an alert on Raven. I need to figure out where all my alerts are. My alerts are like somewhere. I probably have like a chart that I've never looked at that has like 1,000 alerts on it that I forgot about. Like we're on the edge right now. Oh, this is a chart that I'm watching. You know, I don't hear people talk about this. This is just USDT market cap. And the intricacies of this market cap are, you know, I don't even factor all of them. I don't know them all. But I did notice something. And this is why I'm probably going to keep following it. So right here, this was the bear market bottom. Well, the current bear market bottom. Literally, it's that wick. Literally, this wick is 15.5 cam Bitcoin. What's interesting is Bitcoin has gone up since then because that's the lowest point. And so has USDT market cap. Now it makes sense. That makes sense. But what I'm going to be doing, and what I'm doing, you see I have an alert here, is I'm watching USDT market cap to break again to a new all-time high towards 85 billion. If that happens and Bitcoin hasn't moved, I think it's a good bet that we're going to see some kind of pumping. I don't even think that it's necessarily they print it and they buy it. I think it's a different kind of relationship. But it kind of sneakily snuck to a new all-time high earlier this year in May. I wonder, though, if these little wicks down also represent the sell-offs that we've had on the way up. Let's find out. Actually, this is interesting to me. And I don't care if it's not interesting to you. This is what we do here. We nerd out. If you don't want to nerd out, you found the wrong place. Let's see. Let's see. Almost done. August 18th. June 28th. Huh. Not what I would expect. Not what I would expect at all. August is what I would expect. August makes sense. Saw that wick low on USDT. June, though, I don't know. That seems just really random, doesn't it? Look at that again. Right here. Just price did not move at all, but we had a pretty crazy wick down on USDT market cap. And then right here at this low, that makes more sense. Do you see the correlation, though? USDT is just like way more stable, which makes sense. It's a stable coin. This is the last little thing I'm going to show. Just one more time. This. There it is. Here's your low. Here's your low. I'm going to throw a picture of this in the Discord. I like sharing cool stuff in the Discord while I'm live. Just to let them know I'm thinking about them. Bitcoin. ZZZZZ. ZZZZZ. Stocks keep dumping. Bitcoin keeps ZZZZing. The dollar looks like it's going to push up here again. We've got Chair Powell in 2 hours. Chair Powers. We got 411 votes on that poll. 42% say yes. 35% say WTF ape. I like those replies. I really did waste this thumbnail on this. I might change it. I wasted the thumbnail. We have 375 likes. That's pretty good. We have 500 watching, which is amazing. Amazing. Can we get 420 likes? We could do it right now. If you just pick up your hand, put it on the mouse. Go over to that thumbs up button. Click it. We could achieve it right now. I believe in you, fam. Something I do want to say quickly, too, is double check. I want everyone to take a second because I have noticed something. YouTube seems to sometimes unsubscribe people who didn't unsubscribe, but something I've noticed more often lately is that lots of people's notification bell is no longer enabled. And it's not something you think about a lot because you hit it a long time ago, you don't think about it. Could everyone right now just double check? See if that bell's enabled. And if it's not, click it. Just go ahead. The more people who have notifications enabled and find the stream through notifications, that is a huge metric for YouTube. That like engagement I talk about a lot, it's a huge metric for them. Let's double check it. 2 accounts, 2 likes. Oh yeah. It's wrong. Good. It's enabled and never get notifications. Okay. So the DJ Tronic. Something you should do. So YouTube and notifications are weird. Okay. In order to get them, you need to go on your phone and go to notifications on your phone. And if notifications are muted for YouTube, they won't work. You have to have enabled notifications on your phone for YouTube to get them. That would be awesome if you guys could go ahead and do that. But if that's too annoying for you, you don't want all those notifications from YouTube, I mean, I understand. If that's the case, join the Discord and you will always get notifications. Makes it easier. Didn't get notification, check the channel, join at 1:10 East. Like I said, you have to have them enabled on YouTube, and then you have to have them not muted on your phone. And if you have notifications overall muted on your phone, obviously that won't work either. Nope, it's not like email. I don't even think they do email notifications anymore. I don't know. You don't need a notification, you look for my stuff. Cool. Appreciate it. If you do use the search, which is a great way, honestly, if you're not going to do notifications, that's fine. I don't want to spend time on this, but this is helpful for us as a community if people know this information. If you're not going to have notifications, which I understand, I have notifications off for a ton of shit, and you're going to search, here's what you should do. Because you're subscribed, when you search for anything, it's more likely that my channel will come up. Search for like Bitcoin or crypto. And if I don't show up, then do like Bitcoin or crypto live and click the stream through that. Search, people who search for the stream alts live and find it and join it have a huge impact on engagement and like that value YouTube has. All right, I'm done. That's all I wanted to say. It said more than I wanted to say. But those things really do help. Like if you search Bitcoin and I show up and you click it and watch it through that, YouTube will then recommend more people when they search Bitcoin for it because I see that someone successfully found the content they were looking for, which is this. Love it. The more you know. Peggy Williams, you are an absolute she-chad. Thank you for subscribing. Bucks World subscribed. Chocolate Wee became a member of Bro. What's up, Chocolate Wee? Shout out to you. Sean Stridham subscribed. Naga, 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 Y. Renee Alblas, Rich B. Got a bunch of new subscribers. I love it. I love it. I'll put this in the Discord too. Put them in the Discord. Make sure you joined. Here's what we're going to do. We got Chair Powell in 2 hours. I need to go talk to Tom Powell. I got to call Jerome on the phone, get him. You see if I get the scoop. I gotta text Gina. You know the deal. Make sure you tune in again. I know we've already been live for a while. If Bitcoin goes above 35, 157 before then, we'll go live early. But tune in 2 hours. You'll be directed there after this live stream. Go there, click notify me. Love you guys. Today's been awesome. This week's awesome.